Hello, 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 you guys. Welcome, 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 my Libras. It's been a crazy morning this morning. Sorry, my tongue might have been chocolate because I just had a protein shake. It has been a crazy, crazy morning. So I'm going to have to get started real quick here because I'm getting busy today. But I do want to get you guys in. So first announcement is I am going to be starting to do my readings a lot earlier. It is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This was supposed to be done at 10 a.m. So just notice that if you are wanting to be on the lives, I'm going to start doing them between 8:30 and 9:30 in the morning. That's when I'm going to begin because I am getting busy and I want to get them in. And it is divine first in the day. Actually, he comes first before you even guys start. So just know that. I will try to come on sometimes around 4 or 5 p.m. So my time frame is I'm on the United States, of course, and I'm on the Pacific Coast. So PST, Pacific Standard Time, is what I go by. So please put that in your notes if you want to see me live, or if you have questions, or you want to come on and say hello or whatever. 8:30, 9:30. And I'm going to probably still do them Tuesday through Friday. I do 3 readings a day, sometimes 4, but mostly 3 because that's how my energy allows me to do. And definitely we'll still do the full moon reading. It will be coming. That's the other announcement. Full moon reading definitely will be coming out. It is during the week of the 26th, I believe. But I'm not going to probably pre-announce it when I'm going to do it. Just watch for the upload of the thumbnail that live coming on this date. If you haven't subscribed, you won't get that notification. So subscribe, hit the bell, and that's how you'll get the notification for any times that I'm on live or uploads. All right. And then the third announcement and final announcement down below, I did put the link for the choices and decisions video. This is something the divine is actually got me doing for somebody out there, not sure who. So definitely go back and watch that. I appreciate any comments that you have on the video or any videos that you would like to see in the future for your spiritual growth or your mind, body, and your spirit. All right, so let's get started here because I have to go here shortly. All right, and I want to make sure I get your readings in. All right, so current energy for the divine. Okay, so this is the oracles, 3 oracles. This is the divine's energy. This is his card, his message to you. I don't know who this is for. It may resonate with you, it may not. However, this is the stag. So the stag is about pride and leadership, and it is also the number 8. Okay, this is about your progress. This is about maybe a reward, but however, I believe this is about progress because when the divine talks about pride, there is no room for, well, we have to have a little bit of pride, but when we get over prideful, that definitely is not something that the divine likes because when pride comes in, he can't. Because pride is human pride, he is divine. So divine can't do work when the human gets in the way, kind of a thing. All right. So that is the number one thing that he's looking at. The stag is full of leadership. He is the leader of his pack. He's the masculine. He is the protector and the provider and making sure that the whole pack is safe, that kind of a thing. So, but I think he's talking about pride, but we'll find out in the reading here. Current energy, the cat, independence, healthy boundaries, and it is the number 9 to pay attention to that because it is very, very, it's out in the forefront. It's intense energy kind of a thing. So definitely pride is an individual thing. Independence, this is something that you have to either be prideful or mindful or whatever. So this is a current energy that we have to understand, that pride is something that we have inside us, and that is a human thing. What we want to sort of we want to humble ourselves. Thank you. We want to humble ourselves so that the divine can come in and work. Okay. Independence is good, but too much independence isn't, because we're not meant to be here by ourselves and do things by ourselves. Otherwise, he would have left us here on an island by ourselves. That's sort of the way it is. But the number 9, we have to look at and focus in on our healthy boundaries. Pride, high pride is not a balanced boundary. It's not a healthy boundary as well. Having a little bit of pride, of course, you want to be, if you did something good, you want to be proud of it. It's like raising kids. You want to be proud of your kids, but you don't want to be over proudful and be boastful. That's sort of arrogant. Okay. Future energy is restriction, and again, the number 8. These two energies, the future energy and the divine's energy, seem to be always similar and always the same, because I look at the future energy as the universe. The universe is the divine. Okay, he created the universe. He is energy. The universe is energy. So we have to sort of look at all of that together. All right. So we have to pay attention to that. All right. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to do your spread here. And then if there is no love in this, then I will go to a real quick love and relationships. Last reading with the Geminis, I think there was love in it, definitely. But your first card out is strength. Boy, that's actually giving up human strength, having the courage to let divine lead, because your independence, is it working for you? So it's sort of looking at it in that sense. How is it working for you? Is it kind of a thing? Sometimes we have to have the strength to step back and humble ourselves. This is a real huge energy, guys. Really huge energy is to have strength. Okay. And that's the number 8 as well. If strength is the number 8, this is about your progress as well. We've got 3 8s. You're going to hear a lot of double numbers, triple numbers right now. It's because of the energies out there are so strong. 3 8s, this is about your progress and rewards. So in order to have progress, we sort of have to humble ourselves so that we can learn. Okay, we have to learn because we don't know everything. Thank you for that. That was beautiful. And the reason why I said that, I'll show you here in a second. Whoa, got some in reverse here. I said that because some things are not seen. Anything in the second dimension is not seen. First dimension is seen. First dimension is world. Second dimension, third, fourth, fifth. You want to keep going on like that. But the second dimension is where divine lies. And that is the unseen. That is love. That is compassion. That is kindness. That is pride. That is all about those kind of things. That's unseen. And it does take strength to have faith in that. Okay, we do have to have faith in that. So something's coming up where it is going to rock your world and change it. We've got the Tower. That's not the center energy, but we do have the 2 of Swords in reverse as your center card, which means that you can't seem to make a decision about something or some things or someone. So whatever you're trying to decide on, it's really messing you up because you can't sleep, you can't eat, you're losing sleep, you're frustrated, you can't focus. I don't know who this is for. And the reason why, thank you, is that you're too independent and you're trying to figure it out yourself. You're restricting yourself from getting the answer that you need, or whatever it is that you're going through that you need to get a solution for, because you're not allowing the divine to come in. This takes strength. Okay, to release is a restriction. That's called releasing control. Okay, so releasing control. Because then the turn around is we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse again, another reverse, and that is the number 11, which is the number 2, and that is bringing a partnership together or blowing it apart. That's the way I look at it. Other tarot readers might look at it differently, but it's trying to bring something together, mostly a unity, to become a unity, or it's blowing it apart. And you're really stressing. Your worldly part of you, your human part of you, is stressing over it, when you would just, if you would just release it, surrender it to divine, you would definitely get the answer that you want and remove your independence from that answer. Okay. Okay, and the other thing too is they're downloading these healthy boundaries. Somebody's in a toxic relationship. This is definitely the toxic relationship. This is the Queen of Swords. You're not getting to the truth of the matter. Actually, you're trying to make excuses for a matter. Okay, your future challenge is the Page of Cups, which is about creativity. It's about what your heart wants, what your heart desires. You're going out for something new. So you're in a position where you want change, but you're not allowing yourself to that change. I don't know what it is. And that change could be from an earthly thinking process to a spiritual thinking process. Because once you go into a spiritual, you let divine, what I mean by that is you let divine take control and move you and guide you to where you're supposed to go. Then you will be pushed along where you want to go, but it will be joy filled because that's where you're supposed to go and that's where your passions are. That's where everything is. All right. Okay. And that's your challenge card because you're not allowing it. It's like, I got to stay in control of everything. I'm independent. I have pride. I am the leader of the pack. I am the sole provider. I am blah, 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 blah. You're restricting yourself. But there is a big change coming, whether you like it or not. There is something going to transform. It's the number, okay, the tower is actually the number 16, and 16 turns to 7. That is about your harmony and your improvement in your life and your situation. So instead of fighting something and not being clear, somebody's saying, well, I don't know which way to go. Well, you are not talking to divine. You're not asking for confirmation. You would know if you had that confirmation. All right. Yeah, definitely. Definitely working hard. You're working hard, but you're also not working hard on what you can't see, the spiritual side of yourself. We got a confirmation. So we got 2 moons, and then we also have the 8 of Cups, which is about something that's not seen very well. When the moon is not seen very well, something's sort of hidden, something's in the shadows. But if you clear your mind of yourself trying to control it and let divine, you will have clarity. You will have clarity. 2 moons. And that's the number 9. You got 8. You got 4 8s. Oh my gosh. You got so many 8s and 9s. You got to pay attention to this, guys. You got to pay attention to this because strength is 8. You've got 8. You've got 8 from universe. 8 from, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you've got 1, 2, 3 9s. You got to really pay attention to this. I don't have a lot of major arcanas there, but arcanas, tarot, potato, tomato. Sorry, I'm in one of these moods today. But the thing is that this means that it's important. So whatever it is, I hope you watch this again. If this isn't for you and you got somebody coming in your mind that this is for, definitely give it to them. Share it with them. Definitely, definitely. Somebody is working hard at it and they're looking at it, but they're just not getting the answer that they need. Okay? They're just definitely not getting the answer that they need. I'm watching the time, unfortunately, because I got to get into a meeting. So I just want to make sure that these energies are out to you today. Definitely. So, something's in the works. It's in the dark. It's in the works. But man, you got to let go. You got to let go. This pride, this trying to do it yourself. We've got to build some healthy boundaries. I'm going to leave that there, although that was the last card. I'm going to see what these other cards bring. 7, 16, 7, and 11. Again, we're trying to bring a connection together. The 2 number 2s. We got 2 number 2s here. And we've got 2 again. We've got a tower. We've got change coming, guys. Change is coming. We got the tower twice. This is huge for Libras. The 7 of Wands. And Justice. Something's hidden, something's, gosh, you know, this is not going to resonate with everybody, but if somebody is in trouble with the justice system, like, you know, they've, I don't know, trouble with it, with police, judges, a trial or something, I don't think this is like car tickets or anything. This is big. This is going to really change somebody. This is definitely, it is very heartbreaking to watch somebody go through the system. I watched my brother go in and out of jail. It is not easy for family members to watch this. It is, you know, and we've got the Seven of Wands and more running into the future and in communication, a lot happening here. This is not going to resonate with everybody. This is why somebody's losing sleep. This is why they can't figure things out, because it's muddled between the world and the spiritual. You got to surrender this to divine and let him take the wheel. As hard, as freaking hard as it is, because there is a humongous lesson to be heard here. This is the nines and the eights. This is about progress. This is about life lessons and goals, and somebody's healthy boundaries were not there. And so this is what's got them in trouble, and now things are being restricted. I don't know who this is for. However, it is very heartbreaking. It is very heartbreaking to watch this process with somebody that you love that is in trouble. They got to go through the process. Now, unfortunately, if they're innocent, uh, I have a criminal justice degree or background and degree, so it's just like you just sort of like got to let the process work out itself and see if justice will be had, and if justice doesn't, then you've got to fight for it. But that's not in this reading. Right now, this reading is major change, major change. For somebody else, there is a major decision to be made, but your pride is getting in the way. Your independence is getting in the way. You have to reach out to somebody, you know, because you're not getting the truth. This might be also for this person that is going through the justice system. The truth is not seen. There is something more to this. Gosh, this is huge for somebody. Huge, huge, huge. There's more that we cannot see. It's like when somebody's telling the truth and there's not the evidence, and you're trying to get the evidence, but you just can't find it. Like when my brother was murdered, that kind of a thing. Yeah. There's a lot of change coming. I'm not going to go deep into this, but if you do not release this, you're going to have a hard time making an answer, getting an answer. You're going to have sleepless. Now, when you're sleepless and you're really struggling, you're having nightmares, that kind of thing, divine is trying to tell you. And the thing is, if you have a question in yourself, divine gives you the answer. You have to have the power and the strength to find the answer. And you know the answer a lot of the times. It's just you fight it. Your head and your spirit fight, or your head and the world fights it. The spirit wants to give you the answer. It's like when you like somebody, but really you know that they're probably not good for you, but you still go with them anyway. You know the answer that you should not go with them, but you go with them anyway. All right. All right. So I'm going to do love and relationships here. This is huge, guys. So, you know, you stop being your worst enemy. You're your own worst enemy. Definitely. Don't be your own worst enemy. Definitely. Healthy boundaries. What are healthy boundaries? Find a healthy boundary, or find a boundary that you have that you need to change to a healthy boundary. 1. Don't try in 2, 3, 4. It's like when you try to do your New Year's resolution. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to do this. And you have so much that you never do them. Because you don't pick one goal. I never do what do you call it? New Year's resolutions, never do them, because a lot of the times you're setting yourself up for failure. But what I will do is I'll set one goal for myself. When I accomplish one, I'll set another goal, accomplish, set another goal, accomplish. What do I want to do? All right. All right. So let's go to love and relationships, because this is not love in here. This does not have anything to do with love in here. We got truth and we've got heart. Something to do with is going on in your life. This is about a maturing level. This is about growing level. This is about a lesson. There's a huge lesson. This is not to be taken as a negative. You have to look at it and say, if it is a hard lesson to humble yourself, very hard to humble ourselves sometimes, it is a very hard lesson, then what you have to do is say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for bringing this tough lesson into my life so that I would wake up and smell the roses, that I would turn my life around, that I would stop doing stupid and start being more wise in what I'm going to be doing. Maybe that's why he did this decisions and choices video, had me do that. I don't know. I don't know who that's for, but the link is down below, and this is definitely a time to really buckle down. All right. All right. So let's go here. Boy, the Keeper of Scales. Gee, I can't make this stuff up. You know what? This is love and relationships, guys. This could be somebody that is coming into dating, coming into dating, or at a next level of dating, or maybe they're single and they met somebody and it's going to go to that way. But this is a really interesting one because of just what this reading was about. The Keeper of Scales is about fairness and balance. Okay. And it is also the number 2. How many 2s do you have here? 1, 2, 3. 3 2s. So this is about bringing a partnership together. This is about being fair to each other, unbiased to each other, in loving unconditionally to each other, starting from spirit, mind, and body. That's where the balance comes from. Thinking and loving from spirit first, not from mind and world. It doesn't go mind, spirit, and body. Actually, it doesn't. It's supposed to go spirit, mind, and body, because our spirit tells our mind what to do. Our mind tells our body what to do, not to do, what to speak, what not to speak. So if you get it backwards, that's when you get road rage and all that kind of stuff, because you're listening to this and not to your spirit. Okay, this is about a relationship. And what he just downloaded, he said, love keeps no record. That's not from me. That's from him. Love keeps no record. I don't know who that's for. So if you're keeping record, or you're like, well, you did this last time. Well, we talked about that? Why do you keep bringing it up? Why do you keep bringing it up? If you put it to bed and you took the elephant out of the room, why do you keep bringing it up? If you finished it, it's done. It's over with. Bury it. Stop rehashing old stuff that needs to go away. That is what he's talking about. Love keeps no record. You do things wrong. They do things wrong. You do things right. They do things right. Think of the positive. Look at the positive. Look at the pros. Don't look at the cons. Don't look at the negatives. Look at the positives. Don't look at the cons. Look at the pros of people, and things change. Your mindset changes. And again, Divine says love keeps no record. He doesn't keep a record on us. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God he doesn't keep any record on us. A new romantic cycle begins, but we got this in reverse. So this is about a relationship that's already existing. And if you're keeping record, and if you're not being fair to each other, then this is where you need to work on. This is where pride gets in the way. Okay. So we have to sort of put our pride, and you're restricting your relationship from growing and bonding because you're fighting and you're getting in arguments way too much. So you're looking at the cons more than you are the pros. That's not fair. That's not fair to anybody. So we're going to pick at their weaknesses. We're going to pick at what's wrong with them. We're all broken. Hello. So you're going to pick what's wrong with them. Let me pick what's wrong with you. How do you like that? You don't. So that's not fair. Find the good in people. Yes, there are people that are have issues and things like that, and you have your healthy boundaries where you allow them to come to you and where you don't, and you allow them into your circle. As an empath, I don't let a lot of people in my circle. I come across thousands of people. However, I don't let them in my circle because I have boundaries, healthy boundaries for me as an empath. as Patty with my abilities and the things that I have and the protection I need for my family. Balance. First thing I'm just going to say in this relationship, where is your where's your spirituality at? Are you on the same planes? Or are you got one person's really spiritual, one person's really worldly, and you guys aren't even melding? This is a communication thing. This is a communication figuring out. And this is somebody that's already been together for a while. Now, they could have gone apart and then they're back together and things aren't working out again because you're starting out from the brain, the world, and not starting out from spirit. And you have to look at the other person's perspective first. This is where arguments and fights happen is well, what about me? What about me? What about me? Well, the problem is that you're not thinking, you're being selfless and thinking about the other person first. And the same with that other person, they need to be thinking about that other person first. Then you guys meld together because you're caring about what each other wants, each other needs. Then you become the entree, and together you become dessert to each other. I don't know where I got that sometime, but I really like that. I think maybe John Gray, Venus and Mars, maybe he had said that. But we come in whole, and we're just making the other person happier or more joy-filled, but we are not their joy. We are not their happiness. Make sense? Okay, but this is a relationship that is in the process and working. This is a communication. This is something that you can get better at. You might need coaching. You might need counseling. You might need psychiatrist or psychologist. You can always, there's coaches everywhere on the internet or in your area. Or if you enjoy how I coach, then you can contact me. All right. So either way. But this is your reading, you guys. This is huge. This is life changing, life forming. Where did it go? This is completely changing. And it has to do with truth. Because here we've got 3 swords. So you've got to be honest with yourself first. You've got 2 reversals. So that means you can't decide because you're not being truthful and honest to yourself. And you can't sleep because you're not being truthful and honest with yourself. And if it has to be shared, if the truth has to come out, it needs to come out now. It's going to rock your world because you know what? It's going to change it for the better. All right. Wow. So that is your reading, Libras. This was for the 19th through the 25th. Again, if you enjoyed this, please smash that like button, as my daughter says. Smash it. And then don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I will be having some lives. I think picking up the pieces, the survival, healing, and living with sexual abuse video should be up next week. I got it almost all tweaked to where I want it, but I have to pray on it before I release it. See, I always pray before, and I release it to him, and he can okay it and say, no, tweak it here, tweak it there, and then I put it out. That's how I do stuff, guys. I used to be worldly. I really used to be. I used to think everything just like this. Pride, me, I can do it all alone. I'm an independent mom. I'm a single mom. I can do it all myself. That's not the way to think. I am a single woman with the ability to do it by myself, but that's restricting myself. When I say that I'm a single woman and I can do it myself, that's restricting myself. That's not allowing doors to open. That is shutting doors. So you reword it so that the universe can actually give you and manifest you the help that you need. All right. So that's it, guys, for this week. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please, I just pray to you that you walk in absolute truth, which is divine truth, not earthly truth, and love. Take care.